Hi, welcome to Beginning of the End. This is the 10th in a series where we're looking at end-time events and trying to get a handle on understanding what's happening in the world around us. Here at the Church at 434 in Motion, we have a number of series that deal with end times and things that are happening in the end times, the book of Revelation, looking at prophecy, all of those kind of things are topics that we cover. But specifically today, we're going to look at what is going on during this thing called the tribulation. Now, everybody wants to know, if I'm a follower, do I have to be here for the tribulation? And the answer I always give is, boy, I hope not. There are a lot of people that really do believe that the church will be taken out prior to the tribulation beginning. You can build a pretty good biblical argument for that. There are others that look at Scripture and believe that the church will be taken out in the middle of the tribulation. And they can build a pretty good argument for that. And a lot of times, those pre-trippers and the mid-trippers, they like to fight. They like to fight it out. They like to argue like cats and dogs and fight tooth and nail about who's going to be here and when you get to go. And so here's my advice. I want to give you the best advice I can give. If you're not a pre-tribber, pray the pre-tribbers are right. You don't want to be here. And if you're a mid-tribber, don't panic. Because if there's good news about the tribulation, and there is good news about the tribulation, the first 3.5 years, you'll be able to survive that okay. It's the last 3.5 years that you don't want to be here for, and if you're a follower, you're not going to be here for them, no matter which camp you fall into. Now, if you feel so led to email me about that, and you want to tear my backside a little bit and say, oh, I ought to be able to say definitively what's going on, I will read your email and just laugh. Ha, 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 ha. I won't mock you. I'll just laugh. Ha, 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 ha. Because you don't know what you don't know. And I don't know what you don't know, but if you write me in an email, I'll know what you don't know. And I think that makes sense. If not, play that back and listen again. But in the first 3.5 years of the tribulation, the conditions on earth will be worsening. The anger of God will continue to fester against the wicked. There are going to be signs of Jesus' coming back. And for the first 3.5 years, there's going to be some periods where all seems like it's going pretty good, but it's deceptive. Because by the time you get to the middle of tribulation, the last 3.5 years, the Antichrist is unleashed. And at the center of all of this is the Antichrist doing what he's doing, trying to wage war and trying to unravel the plans of God. And so, the creator of the universe tells us that this is the way it's going to be, so that we will know, so that we'll understand, and so we won't be afraid. And because we've been told up front what's going to happen, we don't have to panic. Our job is to do our best just to try to understand it, remember it, hold on to it, be encouraged by what we know, and do our best then to share with others so they don't have to experience what could be a time known as the tribulation. Now, if you die before the tribulation gets you, well, good for you. You don't have to worry about this. This is just information to file. But if you're here and Jesus tarries and all of these things begin to unfold in your lifetime, don't panic. It's going to be okay. God is still in charge, even as we move into the beginning of the end. I look forward to joining you as we continue our conversation. We continue looking at the tribulation and the end times. Until then.